we've got the 3074 guy here. I want to know more about 3074 specifically. So what I know is it's going to be a change to the protocol that's going to let me use an EOA like a smart contract wallet, or have some kind of smart contract wallet logic that I kind of enshrine the EOA with using this auth and AUTHCALL. But could you explain the auth and AUTHCALL a little bit more?
So 3074 is introducing these new operations into the EVM. And how you can think of this is auth is going to take a signed message from a user, just like you would in a meta transaction, and it's going to recover the address from that user. And it's going to put it into a context variable within the EVM. And so at that point, like, you've done the same thing you do in the meta transaction where you verify that that message was from the user. And then you have this new special operation called auth-call, which is to avoid the complexity that meta transaction had, where you sort of have this contract that you have to trust that whenever it calls you, it's already authenticated the user. Now we're going to hook directly into how the EVM authenticates users, which is with message.sender. Like, if you go to an ERC20 contract and you look at how is the transfer authenticated, it just goes into the dictionary for the balance of the message.sender. That's an implicit authentication. So then auth-call just mirrors the exact same thing that the opcode call does, except it updates who is sending the call from the invoker of these operations to the authorized address. And that's really all it is. It's really that simple.
But it's like beautifully simple in the way that if you look at how 4337 works, you have to go through and carve out your contracts and replace message.sender with like this message sender function call that like basically breaks all existing contracts.
Right.
So what you do is you kind of just right on the way in, you kind of swap out the message.sender. Okay, so the message.sender is not the relayer. It's this other person who signed this other message, just like a meta transaction, but with a small change to the protocol that says we're going to enshrine this signer as the message.sender. So then everything works normally as the message.sender down the line in the smart contract.
Exactly.
Am I thinking of that right?
Awesome. Yeah, no, right on the head.